Okay, first things first, Anthony Mackie didn't help his situation. I think he did kind of shoot himself in the foot, but I think I understood what he was trying to convey. But let's take a listen to the clip that has everybody in the uproar, and I get it. There's a lot of people that want this movie to fail just on GP. Others want it to fail for underlying racial issues, and others want this movie to fail because it's Marvel. My reasonings for wanting this thing to succeed clearly, because we have a black lead actor. It's important for black lead actors given these lead roles for the movies to succeed, to justify them keep getting these roles. Now, let's go.
For me, Captain America represents a lot of different things, and I don't think the term, America should be one of those representations. It's about.
Okay, first mistake. Captain America is synonymous with America. Now, first thing I ask myself now these days with the current political climate, is what kind of an American are you? Reference, i.e., the movie Civil War.
Well, you're American, okay? Okay. What kind of American are you?
Let's continue.
A man who keeps his word, who has honor, dignity, and integrity. Someone who is trustworthy and dependable. It's kind of. This is kind of like an aspect of a dream coming true. When I was a kid.
Okay, the traits he described, basically, I wouldn't say those are American traits per se. Those are just traits of a stand-up individual with a high moral compass, that has integrity. Now, would you imply that to be strictly American? No, I understand what he's saying here. The traits he mentioned it's just not akin to strictly to Americans. That's just generally decent people with a high moral compass. I get what he's saying, but unfortunately, he's promoting a movie called Captain America, and those in America want him to belie the traits and beliefs that are akin to Americans solely. But once again, the question I beg to ask everybody that has a critique of what Anthony Mackie said is, what kind of an American are you?
All of us as actors, I believe, want to get back to that day before someone told you no. When you look out your door and you see a 5-year-old kid with a stick and he's slaying dragons to save the princess in the tower, that kid really believes there are dragons out there. That stick is really a sword and he's really trying to save that princess. And then one day somebody told him, no, there are no dragons, that's not a sword, and that princess is not there.
Okay, so this speaks more to about overcoming situations, obstacles, old beliefs that have kept a lot of people from realizing and actualizing their dreams and fantasies. I get this. I think everybody kind of is harping on the fact that he didn't equate those stand-up traits to just solely being American. And I can see already the circles, the wagon circling to take shots at Anthony, the typical neurotics, Mr. H's, all you guys, quartering, the midnight drinkers, typical. And Flash, Yellow Flash as well. I think they all missed the point. I think they don't want to get his point. I get his point, maybe because I have melanin, more melanin than those people I just mentioned. And let's continue.
And all of his little dreams were dashed. So, as an actor, I feel like our job is to get back to the day where we see that dragon and we slay that dragon to save that princess. And that's kind of what this movie was for me.
And lastly, for those of my hue that may have criticism against Anthony Mackie, may be fair, but I don't think this man needs media training. He's been in Hollywood for over 20 years. This man is actually trained at Juilliard. This man knows what he's been knowing what he's been doing for the last 2 decades. He doesn't need media training. Was this a possible misstep? Did he insert his foot in his mouth? I wouldn't say all that, but unfortunately, the general audience is slow. And they're easily politically charged, and anything you say that misaligns with what their beliefs are, they're going to come for you. And I think that's what's happening here to Anthony Mackie. I hope this movie does well. I know it's not going to do well, but in my heart of hearts, I wanted this thing to do well for him and for others like in his predicament. Y'all have a good one. Peace.